Welcome back, everyone, to Booked and Bonded, live from the realm of books, banter, and best friend chaos. We're your hosts, Lizzie
and Larissa.
And so grab a snack and your favorite beverage of choice, and let's get bonded over Fourth Wing.
Yay! Alrighty, what do you have to drink today?
I have some passion tea.
Passion tea? Like passion fruit?
I think.
Okay.
I don't know. It didn't really have a clear label, and I just wanted something warm.
Passion.
It tastes fruity, so we're going with passion fruit.
I love it. Do you have a snack?
I have honey roasted peanuts.
Delicious. Those are so good.
They are. What about you?
I have a peppermint toad mocha latte.
Yummy.
In a little boo-boo cup.
Even cuter.
I don't have a snack today, though.
No snackies?
No.
Yes,
I had a big breakfast, and I'm just not feeling it.
That's fair. Any bookish life updates for you?
Yeah, so I have started reading Magnolia Parks, which has been on my TBR for... How long has this book been out? I don't know. Quite a few years. So I'm excited to start it, and I've only read the first 2 chapters, but it's very fast-paced, and it's been very, very fun to read. And it's like full of drama, and it's just, it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and it never stops. And I love that. I love a book that just continues, and the banter is great. So I'm excited to continue reading it. And then I started Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the audiobook, because I finished Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so it's been going well.
Well, that is very fun.
What about you?
I started the Throne of Glass series, and so I'm about 3 chapters left of the first book.
Yay!
Blurp, 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 blurp.
Blurp.
Welcome to the podcast. It's just Lizzie eating her snacks.
Oh, you laugh.
Cheers.
Alrighty, the archives are now open, and we are going to be covering chapters 19 and 20 today, so if you haven't read those yet, go do that now, and then come back and finish the episode.
What is chapter 19's epigraph?
Here we go. In response to the Great War, dragons claimed the western lands and griffins the central ones, abandoning the barons and the memory of General Daramore, who nearly destroyed the continent with his army. Our allies sailed home, and we began a period of peace and prosperity as the provinces of Navarre united for the first time behind the safety of our wards, under the protection of the first bonded riders. And that's Navarre, an unedited history by Colonel Lewis Markham.
Are you sure it's unedited, Markham? You sure?
Yeah, it's definitely edited.
The first thing that I noticed when reading the epigraph is that it's the first bonded riders and not the first 6, how like it's referred to the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Which gives me like the first, like, maybe it is unedited, because why wouldn't you just call them the first 6? Because the theory is like that there was 7.
I also was looking into the Great War because I needed more information and more context. So this is what we got, okay? The Great War occurred when General Daramore, and this is going to have spoilers, led an army of Venin to drain the continent. And then once they were defeated because the wards were erected from the first riders, Navarre became united behind the wards that were created by the first 6 and the dragons that they bonded to. And that's how we ended up with Navarre, Peromil, barons. And the reason the barons are so barren is because the Venin drained everything, like all of the life from that area.
Yeah.
So now we have all that info, which is good because when you're going through the book the first time, you have no idea that any of that happened. You just thought it was a war.
Well, you're not supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
So chapter 19, we ended on a cliffhanger on 18 where Andarna froze time and chapter ended. Very, very rude.
Well, she froze people. We didn't know she froze time.
You know, that's true. First couple sentences of this chapter, you do know that because she like talks about the clock and stuff. But it's basically Andarna froze time. Violet is the only one that's like able to move, and she doesn't really know what's happening. But she gets out of Oren's grip because remember, Oren has her pressed against his chest with a knife to her neck. He gets out, or she gets out of there, and she kind of like weasels her way through all the people, and her door is blocked by a shadow daddy. Is there a better way to say it?
I was like, how are you going to describe this? I was getting excited.
A dark god abbed figure of knightly fury, passion racing through his eyes.
Passion.
Like the tea. Xaden is in her doorway with like shadows tangling around him. Even the shadows are frozen. And Andarna's like, I can't hold it for much longer, and she lets go and all the chaos consumes. Xaden like clocks that she's moved, doesn't understand it, but then he's like, you are all going to fucking die.
Big mistake.
And so he kills all of them except for Oren, like, just snaps their necks with the shadows.
Literally with the shadows. It's crazy. All at the same time.
And then he walks up to Oren, takes Violet's dagger, and slits his throat. He deserved worse.
Wild. Wild.
But yeah, like no regards, no questions. He got the warning that she was in trouble, and he was like, I'm gonna kill everyone. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Then Bodhi and Garrick also come into the room, and all three of these men are fully dressed. It's like 2 a.m. They are fully dressed with daytime clothes. And they're like, oh, I guess we're on cleanup duty. And Xaden's like, yeah, get help if you need to. They, in turn, find 2 other people who are also marked ones, who are also fully dressed to clean
Who
up.
are now, like, keep in mind, that's 5 marked ones in one room, which is against the rules.
Very much. But they are on cleanup duty, so they move the bodies and stuff and handle that, while Xaden takes care of Violet. I giggled so hard.
Me too.
She's chanting in her head, and it clearly states in, like, saying it in her head.
Yep, and it's in italics.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. And Xaden mistakenly says, yes, you are. And she's like, I said that in my head. You did.
Yep.
Xaden's just not
But
thinking
Xaden,
right
like,
now.
he lies her. He's gaslighting. He's like,
It's
you
the
must
shot.
just be, like feeling not well because you definitely said it out loud.
He's like, fuck, I fucked that up. I can all hear Segale in his head like, you dumbass. But then he's like, are you okay? Like, are you hurt? Violet is clearly in shock, like how she's reacting to things, how she's breathing. She still doesn't fully understand what happened and what Andarna did. Xaden has no clue. He's just like, 1 second she was there, 1 second she was there, now there's dead bodies. But he gets her shoes, gets her cloak, and he's like, what's hurting? And she's finally like, it's my ribs. And he's like, can I like look? Thanks for asking for consent, Xaden. That's very nice.
Yeah, love that.
He takes a look. Luckily, her ribs are just bruised, which is what Violet thought, but it was very nice of him to check.
And this only happened after Taryn told Violet she needs to trust Xaden, because he didn't know what her corset,
Conditions.
like vest
Yeah.
thing was made out of.
And she did tell
So,
him.
yeah, that's when she told him.
So Rhea and Xaden know. Good people to tell, honestly.
I agree.
So he checks, he's like, yeah, they're just bruised, and laces her back up. And then proceeds to kneel down in front of her and put her shoes on.
I just imagine because of the height difference, he's kneeling down and he's still like at her like eye level.
That's worse than what I thought. I was picturing his head like being like here.
Yeah, probably, but
He's like, hey, what's up? Eye to eye. Oh my gosh. Which, like, Violet is just chalking this all up to being her in shock and stuff. Because she's like, why is he doing this? He also puts on her cloak and buttons it for her. And then takes her out and says, like, come on, we have to go. And Violet's just like, the fuck is happening?
what is going on right now?
Why is he being, like, so nice to me? And so they are going to go have a conversation with Taryn because Xaden at this point in time is thinking what happened had to do with Taryn. And him, like, channeling to Violet.
Yeah.
And Violet's like, oh god, I don't know if you want to go talk to Taryn. He might just fucking bite your head off. But they end up going. Xaden shows Violet this hidden passageway to get to the flight fields that is like concealed throughout walls. Like she's lived there their whole life and did not know about this stuff. So that was pretty cool that he knows those little things. And they end up at the flight field. All three dragons come in. There's Sigale, Taryn, and Andarna. And Andarna, all she's worried about is Violet.
She's so cute. That part had me like crying. She shows up to Violet. She's like nudging her with her nose and her paws, making sure she's okay, checking out her ribs specifically. I'm like, ah.
She's like, I'm okay. And she's like, are you sure? And also, like, we get our first glimpse of when your dragon has, like, this very strong emotion, you can also feel that emotion. Because, like, Violet was saying how, like, she knows the anxiety that she's feeling right now isn't hers.
Yeah.
Which is cool that, like, even they can lose control and open the bonds a little bit more. And so the chat happens between Sigale, Taryn, and Andarna, and Violet, and Xaden. Mm-hmm. Xaden just straight up talks to Taryn. And Violet's like, you have a death wish. And
for the first comment, she didn't even realize that they were talking directly to each other.
That is true.
The very first time. But then after that, she clocked in. She was like, wait, how are you guys talking right now?
And it's the bond that allows them. The meeting bond between Sigale and Taryn is what allows Xaden to talk to Taryn and Violet to Sigale. But Xaden cannot talk to Andarna, so when Andarna chirps in on these conversations, Violet still has to translate. So Xaden is asking Taryn, like, what the fuck happened? Like, what kind of power are you gifted? Like, I barely got to her. Taryn's like, well, it sounds like 30 seconds were gifted to you. Andarna. Does not say Andarna, but we all wrote it in. At least I did. And Xaden, like, is just, like, going back and forth. Sigale also speaks, which shocks Violet, but like we were saying before, like, Violet's pretty quick on, like, picking up. And basically the conversation goes on, and Darna's the one that gave the power, but it's not a signet. So, Andarna being a Feathertail, they sometimes can give their riders their magic. And it's one of the reasons why Feathertails don't bond so often. Like, so
they don't bond, period.
Then they don't bond. And it's very, very dangerous because, kind of like venom, it's very easy to just take it all and kill you and the dragon.
Yeah.
But Violet's interacting, and it's Andarna telling Violet, like, the first thing we learn is that all magic has balance. Well, maybe the first thing we learn is where sheeps are. It's like, I love this girl so much.
I love her so much. We get a special quote from Taryn during this conversation to
Yeah.
Xaden, and he says, "Do not dare to try and read me, human, or you'll regret it." And that happens right before Sigale talks to Violet. He literally just flat out says that Xaden is intrinsic in that comment, but no one noticed it. None of us did until this read through.
I have a question, and I thought that. So I thought that there was a conversation between, like, Sigale and Tarn where he was upset that she didn't tell him.
Now that you're mentioning it, I remember that too, but that comment for sure says it.
I agree, but now I'm, like, wondering, is it the intrinsic or was it the venom?
I can't remember.
I don't know, but I thought I had that conversation too. But it might be where Taryn knows but doesn't know fully because Gail hasn't explained it to him. Maybe so he has, like, a hunch, but it definitely seems like he knows exactly what Xaden's trying to do. And Darna's going and talking about how Feathertails can give their magic to their riders. That's why they don't bond. And she's, like, saying how we don't know how long this magic will actually be there. Like, it usually goes away after I'm done being feathered. And Violet clocks that Andarna is a hatchling. And Darna does not like that, but Violet
It's like,
clocks
I
that.
am not. Hatchlings can't even fly.
I'm almost full grown.
And she's a 2-year-old toddler.
Yes. So basically, Andarna just was born 2 years ago. She's considered a feathertail hatchling because all dragons, when they were born, still have their feather tails. Their tails haven't developed. And that's one of the main reasons no one has bonded feathertails and no one seen feathertails and, like, can study them, because dragons keep their young so protected. But like Taryn said, I don't think anyone tells Andarna what to do. So Andarna got to bond Violet because she wanted to bond Violet. I'm going to blame Sigale for that one, because Sigale also doesn't give a fuck what anyone else thinks or wants. But Xaden's kind of hurt. He was like, have you kept a hatchling from me for the last 2 years? Which would really be really mean, because 2 years ago is when Xaden and Sigale bonded.
Yeah.
But Sigale's like, no, I would never let my young bond this young. And we find out Andarna's parents passed away before she hatched. Long before we hatched. We didn't learn that. We know that now. Andarna has been in the egg for a very significant, long period of time. And she's hatched because she has sensed her rider has come to the rider's courtant. Or is ready to come. I don't know. Why did she hatch 2 years ago then?
So she was ready?
And I guess we don't know exactly when they start bonding, but they said she'll be fully grown in a couple years, so she wouldn't want to do it, like, 10 years, because then she might have to bond someone else.
I mean, it's her choice, but
That's
yeah.
true. Okay, that's a fair point. She's like, no, it's warm in here. I'm not going until I have to.
Plus, we get cute little quips from a little dragon, and that's adorable.
That is true. It's for the plot, Lizzie. I'm happy.
When Andarna is talking about her powers, she says that nature likes all things in balance, referencing what she gifted Violet, which sounds so much like the Venom versus the Rider's powers. And I don't know what that's supposed to be implying, because she says that nature likes all things in balance. So what is that in balance with?
I think it's in, like, you keep we have seen where there are pairs of venom and riders, and these rare signets keep coming out. So, like, for example, spoilers, when Xaden turns venom, and as he gets further and further into the venom, there is a new shadow wielder that emerges on the rider side. And I think that quote is just saying that, like, Balance knows that there is an evil magic that's on the side, and you need a powerful signet. So, the same signet that's a good balance, good magic, hopefully, and to equal each other out. Instead of letting one side be way more powerful than the other.
But does that mean there's an equivalent to Andarna's magic? Can someone else stop time?
I don't know, because I don't know if it's like... Because they even say, like, this isn't going to be her forever magic.
But then why would she say it in reference to that specific power?
We definitely don't hear about anyone doing it, or, like, have any... The only instance that it, like, could happen is, like, if someone... That's what I'm thinking is, like, is people that somehow get to a place without, like, you realizing it, and he's the only one that does that. But I don't think it's, like, because he's... I know it's not because he stops time, because it's, like, confirmed.
Yeah.
But maybe she was just, like, no. Maybe because it's just, like, raw magic. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a little sneaky little quote in there that we all just are like, yeah, that sounds like something Andarna would say.
Andarna says crazy things all the time. Don't believe it.
She says things that I know I need to pay attention to because she has more information than what we could ever imagine.
True.
You can stop time, and now we can stop it. I love Andarna.
And she could just kill you, ma'am.
In this chapter, I was thinking, like, Andarna still has to channel all of her powers through Violet to be able to do it, to be able to stop that time. And she said, we can stop time. So Violet really is already channeling, even though in the next couple chapters we know she's worried that she's never channeled. But I guess that's because she's a great writer and she doesn't consider, like, that gifted power something that is hers.
Yeah. Well, especially because she does not want the accident of burning out and hurting Andarna in any... Okay, like, anyway.
But she didn't have to be so concerned that she would explode because she never channeled, because she already did.
That is true. She just doesn't consider it, so she's like a worried butt.
That is interesting, though, because Violet asked the question, is Professor Carr going to kill me too? Like, she knows this is a part of a power that she, like, is a part of her somehow. So she thinks it's capable of her getting killed. Why doesn't she realize that she channeled?
Wonder if it's more the fact, because you even talk about, like, leadership would abuse this if they knew that they could take magic away from Feathertails.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if it's more of the worry of, like, this is a magic that we don't understand and we don't normally see, and it could be way too strong and powerful, kind of exactly like the Intrinsics. Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's her angle of where she's worried for. Like, this is something people don't understand, and they're not going to give me a second to explain. They're going to kill me just like Carr heard one word in Tingzik and snapped that guy's neck.
Well, I completely understand that. It's more of the fact that she's accepting that she has channeled it in some way, and Carr could kill her for having this power. So why does she freak out about not channeling ever in the next couple chapters when she admits that she can, and Carr could kill her for it in this chapter?
Maybe she just doesn't see it as a true signet, and that's why.
That would make sense.
She can be completely wrong, but I don't know.
Part of me is now wondering, because of, like, kind of what you were just saying, is she worried about not channeling because, like, she would have to specifically channel from both her dragons? Or is she worried about not channeling because she needs to hide the fact that she did channel through Andarna and she can't share that power with anyone.
That,
So those are both possibilities.
yeah, that's a very good point of, like, she knows that no one can know about this one because it would hurt her and Andarna and possibly all the other three. And so she can't hide it with anything else. And she also isn't doing the lesser magics as well yet, which also might be a concern of, like, okay, I can freeze time, but I can't use an ink pen. Like, so she might just be worried all around.
Yeah, that makes
Poor
sense.
Violet, you don't need to be worried. You are literally the most powerful dragon rider in the world.
Well, sure.
I think by book 2 of 3, yeah, she is. Especially 3. She doesn't realize it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, she hasn't realized it yet, so she's not. When she realizes it, she could be.
Yes. Unknown potential. Basically, Andarna's been really worn out for giving the 30 seconds to Violet. So she's, like, basically her eyes can't stay open. She's really tired. And so after they have the conversation and they determine that we're not going to tell anyone that this happened, like the freezing of time happened. But Xaden's like, I still need to figure out how the fuck the attack happened.
Yeah.
The 3 dragons fly away. Very cute. Taryn picks Andarna up and takes her because she can't.
They're such a cute family, and they're, like, not admitting that Andarna's definitely their child, but she so is.
It's just like, he doesn't even say anything. He's like, oh, fine, get on the back, and picks her up and flies away. Super cute.
Cute.
Xaden turns to Violet and he's like, how did they even get in there? And Violet's like, you're not gonna believe me if I tell you. Like, there was a rider. And he's like, who? And the chapter ends.
Literally. Now tell me who. Well, he says, you're gonna have to trust it. We're gonna have to learn to trust each other at some point. So tell me. Now. Now's the time to trust.
Yes. Chapter 20. What is that epigraph?
This is from My Time as a Cadet, a memoir by General Augustine Melgren. I hate reading anything from him. Anyway. Accusing a wing leader of wrongdoing is the most dangerous of all accusations. If you're right, then we've failed as a quadrant to select the best wing leaders. If you're wrong, you're dead. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep. Don't question the wing leaders unless you're fucking sure you were right. It is the morning after the attack. They are in formation. Violet has purple marks all around her throat from Orin.
I can only imagine how painful that would be.
Honestly, especially as your neck moves so much, you're gonna feel every single time. Mm-hmm. She's in formation. She told Riddick, and I'm gonna assume Sawyer, kind of what happened. Ree's furious.
Yeah, I would be too.
I agreed. Formation happens. They're doing the death roll. 8 people died. 6 of them are the attackers, and 2 were third year riders that were out on a mission. This is what Violet believes Xaden and the others were doing last night, which I could see that, but I also think there might be another layer of, like, a weapons delivery during that mission as well. Mm-hmm. But, Violet's standing there and, like, thinking about what happened last night, and she told Xaden who did it, but he didn't say anything to her, so she doesn't know if he believes her or what's happening. She's just kind of doesn't know what's happening yet, and no one in upper leadership has said anything, so she's like, maybe he doesn't want me to tell people, or maybe we're not telling people at all. And so she's just kind of in her heads right now. Ree's freaking out. Dane's in front of her, has not fucking looked at her
direction
at all. So Xaden comes up and says to Dane that there's going to be a change in your personnel. Dane questions him. And I hate this because when Xaden like turns to another section leader and he's like, hey, give me Liam Mari. Spoilers. Liam Mari is going to be the one that's switching places. Who is the strongest person. That other wing leader just says, yes, sir. Dane questions him. I'm like, fuck you, Dane. Fuck you. So,
well, he's so big on rules, and he says you can't question leadership. Then why is he questioning his leadership? Like, ugh, he's so annoying.
So Liam Ari, who is a first year, who we've talked about before, he is the fastest up the gauntlet. He has not lost a match on the mat. He is badass. He's super strong. He's a golden retriever. He knows how to wood wield. He knows how to fight. He's super tall. He's amazing. And his name's Liam.
He has blonde hair and blue eyes.
He has blonde hair and blue eyes. And he bonded a really strong red daggertail or red something dragon.
Daggertail, yep.
I was right. And so they lose one member that they weren't really close to. It was
Which is good, because I had no idea who Von Penley was.
It was just someone that like came into their squad after the merging. And so they gain Liam, and Violet is pissed. She's like, I do not need a bodyguard.
And she says it out loud just like that. To Xaden.
He's like, I don't give a fuck what you want. I'm not gonna lay on your fucking floor.
And Imogen's just like, yeah, that's gonna work.
And she's like, he's not sleeping in my room. And he's like, no, he's not. That's why I assigned him to the room next to you. She's, I don't need a bodyguard. No, so, like through her teeth, I imagine, I don't need a bodyguard.
Everyone's staring at them because, okay, she's a first year who's literally yelling at her wing leader and getting mad at him. This does not happen. This is not a thing.
Well, she doesn't get her way.
Yeah.
He walks away. Obvious. I don't even know why you tried. Violence.
This whole time, Liam is just standing in formation.
Being a good...
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's like, hold your breath, Violet. I make wood sculptures. You're gonna fall for me. Don't you worry. And Xaden's like, listen, I'm gonna put you in the squad, and I swear to God, if you fuck her, I'm gonna punch you in the face, bro. And Garrett's like, do it. Okay, but seriousness. So, Panchek is there.
Also not normal.
So, like, he's in charge, but, like, as we've seen through these 20 chapters, that the writers usually deal with stuff in-house. Like, these upper people don't usually come unless shit's getting real. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what, like, Riddick and Ree are saying, like, oh shit, like, Panchek is here. And Panchek goes up and he's like, we have something to talk about. Someone's being accused, and Violet's like, oh shit, this is about me. And Dane is like, shut up, Ree and Violet, and looks back at Violet for the first time, and he's like, what happened? Are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm so fucking sorry. You had a fight yesterday, and now you're concerned. Just fuck off, Dane. Just fuck off.
I'd want to milk it. I'd be like, ugh, it hurts so bad.
They killed me.
And it's all your fault, Dane. I'm sorry.
It is. Panchek asks the accuser to come up and explain. Xaden walks up and starts talking. One thing that I love is that he, like, consumes the room. Like, the focus is all on him. He is he absorbs the attention, and it's something that his dad had as well, and it's just like a good public speaking leadership quality to have. That is like that people will just naturally drawn themselves to you and focus on you. But he goes and talks, and he's like, there was an attack last night on a rider during sleep in her bedroom. There were unbonded cadets, which I murdered. Doesn't say it like that, but
And everyone's like, oh, that's crazy.
that's crazy. And then he's like, but there was a rider who let them in. And everyone's like, oh, what?
That's crazier.
That's crazier. And then he's like, wing leader, Amber Mavis.
Craziest.
Approach your and claim your guiltiness.
Claim your guiltiness. I love it.
And Dane's like, what? No, it can't be her. Oh, before this happens, Garrick and Bodhi, who are different, like, levels in years and different leadership levels, also go up to, like, they were witnesses. And Violet, like, is like, oh, they have all the different levels. And there was someone, I don't remember her name, but she is a member of the squad now, and she's not the biggest fan of Mark ones. And she's like, oh, how convenient, you have all the levels. And
Nadine.
then Nadine, yes. And then when Xaden calls out Amber, Riddick says, well, she's a wing leader too, or are you
A
only
marked one too.
No, she's
or
not.
a tier 2.
Yeah, tier 2. Or are you only presidents for marked ones? And I'm just like, go Riddick. Stand up for people. Basically, Amber comes up and she's like, I didn't do this. And Dane is now having a conversation with Violet as this is happening in front of everyone. As Amber is saying, I haven't done anything wrong, and Xaden's talking to her. Dane turns to Violet and is saying, tell him that he's lying, like, prove to them, Violet, like, she can't do that. And Violet's like, I was there. They attacked me. And Dane is reaching for her, like, show me, just show me, just show me. And Violet's, like, backing up. And I'm like, fuck you, Dane. Fuck you, Dane. I hate this man.
In your first read through, you kind of think this is like the first time he's trying to read her memories.
It's the most obvious one.
That's for sure.
But definitely not the first time, and like, especially when you reread.
Yeah.
We love the squad. Sawyer, Riddick, and Ree have surrounded Violet to kind of protect her as all this commotion in the whole courtyard is going on. And all the dragons, so 6 dragons come. There is the 4 wing leaders, Panchek, and Tarn. They all come. And Violet is, like, saying to Tarn, like, can you show a memory? Like, can you see my memories? Can you show them? And something we find out that dragons don't share memories with other dragons except for in a mating bond. I want to know what memory Tarn and Zakael showed each other.
I don't think I want to know.
No, I'm thinking, my first thought was like, okay, I have this hidden grove where there's a lot of goats.
I thought you said hidden growth.
Oh, no, grove.
That's way better.
And I'm going to share this with you, Zakael, but you can't tell a single soul. That's what I was thinking.
I love that. Growth.
Not growth. So Taryn is like, okay, fair, because the worry is obviously if Dane even would have asked for the memory, he would have seen a lot more than he should. He would have seen Andarna freezing time. That would have brought up a lot more questions. So the way Violet wants Taryn to do it is just show what, like, needs to be shown.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah. the attack, her seeing Amber, and that's really all that needs to be shown. And so Taryn does share the memory, and you see how like all the dragons kind of get glossy-eyed, the riders get like stiffed, like they're all seeing the memory. And then they all believe the truth. And Dane's still fucking Dane. But everyone believes it now, and they're like, the wing leaders have to have a quorum. They all agree that Amber is guilty, and the punishment of her crimes is death. Violet gets this like little thing of guilt, and it's like, don't kill her. And I'm like, Violet, this has already burned you once.
And she's already proven that she's going to hate you no matter what.
Yes, like, I'm sorry, girl, but she needs to die.
She at least needs to be locked up.
So Taryn burns her alive. It is so sad how they, like, explain how Amber's dragon reacts to this. It's just, like, heartbreaking, which is the sad part. Like, I feel bad. And Violet also notes that, like, she doesn't really care about Amber, but she does care about her dragon. Like, her dragon being hurt by this.
That's relatable. That would be, like, the hardest part for me.
Yeah. Because it's like, dragon didn't do anything, technically, so.
Even though it's an orange.
Even though it's an orange. We don't trust those orange ones. But she is burned alive.
And her dragon screams in mourning. And that's how the chapter ends.
Oh, it's harsh.
So some of the little blips that we didn't mention was during all of these conversations, we have Riddick, Rhiannon, Sawyer, all of them in their little, like, formation. And who jokes that it's Riddick who's going to be in trouble for who he's sleeping with? I forget who said it. Was it Riddick himself? I don't think so. I don't know, but they're all joking that Riddick is going to be in trouble because he's sleeping with one of the executive officers for Second Wing, which is like, he's like, it's not against the rules, it's just like frowned upon.
Yeah, guys, fuck off.
And then we get Violet, who's like, man, I miss sex. And then she's like, the whole reason I haven't done anything and celebrated is because, oh, guess what? I want Xaden. And she admits to it at this point. Like, this is the first time she's fully let herself admit, oh, I do want Xaden. And then she thinks, but I don't think he'll ever want me, and I don't think it could ever happen. So she's like, just celibate, pretty much, because she's like, I only want him, and that's it. Fair.
There's also the, like, interaction with Violet thinks that, like, she knew Dane would not believe her. Because Dane's like, why didn't you tell me, like, what happened and all this stuff? And she knew in the heart that he wouldn't believe her. And he proved very clearly he didn't believe her.
Yup.
And Xaden believed her without questioning and went up in front of everyone. And, like, that's another reason, like, why the quote at the beginning of the epigraph at the beginning of the chapter is, yes, he can read her intentions, so he probably knew she was telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But to, like, put yourself out in front of everyone, doesn't even tell her the plan, but puts himself out front and puts himself on the line, that I would be attracted to him instantly on that part too.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Also, in chapter 19, when Violet and Xaden are heading to the flight field, a fun conversation they have is, like, Violet's like, why don't you just put shadows around us? And he's like, yeah, because shadows walking down a hallway are a lot less suspicious than a couple. And then he's like, they're like, I don't fuck first years, not even when I was a first year. And I was like, oh, sir, wait a couple chapters.
It's just crazy that everyone is, like, doing stuff outside of their year, and Violet's the only one who gets crap for it.
Yeah, Riddick literally admits to it.
Yeah.
It's craziness. Any last thoughts on these last chapters? I know they were short. A lot of, like, anticipation for these.
I think that's all I got.
Sounds good. Okay, let's close the archives and get some bonded breakdown started.
Alrighty, it's time for the bonded breakdown.
Okay. I have talked many times about how my fight, flight, and freeze interactions work, where I am not a fighter, I am not a flyer, I am a freeze and die. Putting yourself in Violet's shoes, and you've realized everyone around you is frozen. Do you think... What are you doing? What are your steps? What's your thoughts?
First, I would wonder what's happening, and because Andarna's in my head, I'd be like, okay, this is fine, she's doing it, so I get that figured out. I grab the knife that's in Warren's hand, and then I move.
She missed opportunity not grabbing a weapon, Violet.
Yeah!
That's
What
very
would you
fair.
do?
I definitely feel like I would trip over something.
Oh, yeah, same.
But I don't think I would grab a knife. I don't think I would be that smart. I do think, though, I would try to get around Xaden. I think I would try to get out of the room.
Yeah,
I know she said it was
yeah,
blocked,
me too.
but I would be like, time can start, and I could be like halfway underneath his arm. Like, that's fine with me. Like, I don't want any part of this. I would be in so much shock, though, like, how Violet is. I think, like, she's very much, like, just going through the motions. And, like, Taryn's there being like, trust him. Xaden's being very, like, soft and gentle to her. And so I think I just be in shock and just, like, not talk. And just let him do whatever he needs to do, and then we go talk to the dragons. Like,
No, I think that's completely fair. Do you think you'd be strong enough to walk to the dragons after getting hurt like that and having bruised ribs?
yeah. I think I would tell him to slow the fuck down more than she does. But yeah. Because I think Violet's adrenaline, like, stops really quickly. But usually it feels like the adrenaline, when I have it, is in my system a lot longer than what happened there. I understand its plot. I understand its book. So I feel like I would, until, like, I saw my dragons, I think my body would just be telling myself to go through the motions. And then when I saw my dragons, I think that's when everything would hit me, where, oh fuck, I'm hurt. Oh fuck, what happened? Oh fuck, okay, that kind of shit.
I think mine is more like Violet's because I compartmentalize things for anxiety purposes. So as soon as Xaden had control over the situation, my anxiety would crash. My adrenaline would crash. Everything would crash. I would be so exhausted. I think I would have to crawl to the dragons.
That's fair. I've had to just keep moving so much that autopilot is my natural gear.
Yeah.
So I want to know the point of view from Xaden, from him getting, like, if it was Taryn talking to him directly or if it was Sigale, getting that conversation, and then where is he in Biscayeth, and how does he explain to Garrick and Bodhi? Because I very much see it being like him getting it, him getting flustered, them being like, what the fuck happened? And him just running and then being like, the fuck happened?
I could 100% see Taryn talking to Xaden for the first time during this.
Like, yeah. Like, she's hurt.
I think he wouldn't waste
she's in
time.
danger.
Yeah.
Go get her. I
Yep.
can't. One thing. If I was the best friend in this situation, like Ree, and you were Violet, I would punch Dane in the face.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't care what happened and who he is a dick.
If he started reaching out to you, I would just straight.
But she doesn't know what his.
I don't care. I think it's more of like, I see that you are physically backing away from this person, and this person is physically coming to you, and I'm seeing what's happening around. I'm seeing that as an attack.
At minimum, I'm stepping myself between them.
Yeah. I just also want to punch him, so.
That would be nice. He sucks.
Well, we have a fun thing we want to do for the book, the bonded breakdown.
I'm excited.
I am too. Do you want to explain a little bit?
So we are going to play a BuzzFeed quiz. It's called It's Time to Find Out Which Dragon Type from Fourth Wing Matches You. So we're going to find out which dragon belongs to both of us, because we've talked a lot about like which type of dragon we would have, and neither of us really Lizzie knew. She was sold. I didn't know. I kind of went back and forth on a couple. So we're going to find out today for sure. I'll have this linked in the description on YouTube and Spotify so that you can play as well. Are we ready?
Well, before we start, just a reminder, we have been playing with the idea that we both bonded green dragons. So
yes,
it'll be fun to see. Like, I knew if I had my choice, I would want a blue dragon, but it'll be fun to see if we both get greens.
Or not.
Or Andarna's.
I really hope it comes up that I belong to no dragon and I'm wasting my time here. All right.
It's like, you should be a scribe. Okay.
Question number 1. How do you respond to conflict or danger? Face it head on, be offensive and fight back, talk it out and find common ground, avoid it at all costs, think it through before acting, depends on how I feel that day, or be defensive and destroy it.
I think danger specifically, I would talk it out and find common ground. I'm a Libra, so I want balance.
Well, my answer is the same, and I'm not a Libra, so there we go.
Look at that.
What is your favorite weather? Gentle rainfall, sunshine, thunderstorms and rain, calm and partly cloudy, hurricane and unpredictable weather, overcast or foggy, or torrential rainfall. I think out of those, my favorite is gentle rainfall.
Outside or inside?
It doesn't specify.
I do like when it's like raining. I do love thunderstorms.
Those are nice.
But I don't like.
I also don't want to be outside in them. Yeah.
But I'm gonna take it as like, what would be my ideal like day, and it would be inside with like a thunderstorm, kind of vibey. Power still on. So I'm gonna go with thunderstorm, and rain.
There is something so special about a gentle rainfall because you still have the possibility of sunlight, which creates rainbows, and I love the science of rainbows. So, gentle rainfall for me. How would your friends describe you? Wise, intimidating, courageous, ambitious, passionate, unpredictable, or friendly? That's so weird that we're doing this with friends. Should we answer for each other?
Yeah.
I think we should. Okay.
Okay, can you reread them?
Wise, intimidating, courageous, ambitious, passionate, unpredictable, or friendly. I think I would give you courageous out of those options.
I'm down to 2. I'm gonna give you passionate.
Okay. I'll take passionate.
It was between passionate and wise.
I love that.
Well, your eyes to me, I've always said that you have honest, wise eyes. So, but you're gonna say courageous for me?
Yes, for
Thank you. They're gonna say I'm a Gryffindor.
I was about to say, should I say ambitious because she's a Slytherin? No, courageous was right. Courageous was the right choice. Okay. What is your greatest weakness? Is it your temper, your lack of empathy, your disregard for laws, your schedule or lack of schedule, I guess, snack time, overconfidence, or lack of drive? I think mine is snack time.
I love that that's an option.
Like, out of all of those, that has to be my greatest weakness.
Well, it's not lack of empathy.
That's for sure. It's also not disregard for laws.
Thanks. I'm between schedule, snack time, and drive. Because I do have drive, but it's on certain things. Schedule is more of, there's more important shit to do than the things that
Are on the list.
are on the list.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay,
Okay, I was about to say, go with what feels right.
Colors!
What is your favorite color? Is it red, gold, blue, green, orange, black, or brown?
Blue.
Mine out of those ones would either be gold or orange, but I think I'm gonna go orange.
Orange.
Which is terrifying.
That's the only question that matters.
How would you approach your dragon? Cautiously and quietly, boldly and loudly, without fear, with respect and patience, with confidence, be yourself, avoid eye contact, and approach from the side.
Okay.
I think I would do respect and patience.
That's what I was picking.
That feels like the best option.
I'm not gonna be fucking bold. That's how I burn.
My instinct would be to avoid eye contact and approach from the side, but I feel like I'd get killed. So I would rethink that first and then go in. Imagine you discover a hidden treasure. What would you do? Steal it and display it in your home, show it off to everyone, discover what secrets it hides, destroy it before someone else can take it, or accidentally break it as you're leaving.
I think I would discover what secrets.
Me too. That's the best option. Like, if I find something and I don't know what it is, I have to figure it out.
At least to know if it's too dangerous for the world or not.
See, that is not where I'm going. I'm like, is it worth money? Do we need it for something important?
Power all the way, babe.
Which of the following quotes resonates with you the most? Knowledge is power. Fortune favors the bold. With great power comes great responsibility. Live in the moment. The ends justify the means, or expect the unexpected. I'm going with knowledge is power.
Expect the unexpected.
I like it. Which of the following activities would you find most fulfilling or exhilarating? Battling in a ring, engaging in a debate, solving a puzzle, skydiving, robbing a bank, or seeking adventure?
Oof! Okay. These sound dangerous.
Robbing a bank! That's not exhilarating. That's terrifying.
I'm gonna say seeking adventure because none of the other ones kind of speak to me.
I also am putting seeking adventure. What's your preferred way to relax or unwind? Exploring mysterious places or reading intriguing stories, engaging in adventurous activities or challenges, enjoying solitude in a calm and quiet environment, trying new experiences and adapting to change, listening to soothing music or spending time in nature, speeding through thrilling activities or sports, or sharing quality time with friends and family. Want to put mysterious places or reading intriguing stories, but to relax and unwind, I'm not going to explore mysterious places.
That's a fair point.
But I do want to read to relax and unwind. But those two are just like such opposites for me.
Maybe it's exploring places in a world in a book.
That I could do.
I think I'm gonna go with family and friend quality time.
Okay, I'll go with exploring mysterious places or reading intriguing stories. It does say or, not and. I'm taking the or.
We're liking that. We like the or.
What is your preferred environment? Dark and mysterious caves, shimmering deserts with rolling dunes, vast forests with lush canopies, rugged mountain peaks and cliffs, the depths of the ocean, open endless skies, or serene meadows and rolling hills? I'm going with serene meadows and rolling hills. I want all the flowers.
I'm gonna go with deep ocean. I want to be in like a very fancy glass house that's just in the middle of the ocean. Deep
That
down.
would be so cool. I love the thought of open, endless skies. It feels so safe and far away from everything.
It also
But then
feels
I'm
warm.
like, logistically, I don't feel like that would work out for me. So, meadows and rolling hills.
I like that one for you.
What is your communication style? Is it mysterious and cryptic, proud and confident, quiet and observant, logical and adaptable, vocal and melodious, swift and precise, or harmonious and diplomatic? I don't have a good answer to this question.
Logic and adaptable for me. What is your communication style, ma'am?
I guess it would be quiet and observant because my preferred communication style is none at all.
Then I guess quiet and observing.
What is your favorite time of day? Is it midnight, sunrise, dusk, twilight, high noon, early morning, or midday?
Twilight.
Sunrise. What's your preferred method of problem solving? Analyzing data and information, taking bold risks and embracing challenges, waiting for the right moment and acting decisively, adapting to the situation and thinking on your feet, seeking advice from others and using collective wisdom, swiftly executing a well thought out plan, or negotiating and finding compromises. I am going with waiting for the right moment and acting decisively.
I am going with analyzing data.
Gross.
I like to know everything before I make a plan.
That makes sense. That's a good choice. I just would be so bored. And I would be too anxious to look through data, so skipping all of that. How do you approach making new friends or connections? With caution and gradual trust, openly and confidently, by observing and getting to know them first, adapting to their interests and preferences, expressing deep emotions and forming strong bonds, with a sense of urgency and excitement, or by fostering cooperation and building bridges.
I'm going to say openly and confidently.
That makes sense for you.
Thank you. What about you?
I don't make new friends, so I guess I'll go with by observing and getting to know them first. There are tons of people I'd love to be friends with. I'm just not good at it.
Fair.
Which of these qualities resonates with you the most? Mystery and intrigue, courage and confidence, patience and observation, adaptability and versatility, deep emotions and connections, speed and precision, or harmony and cooperation.
Adaptability and versatility.
I'm going with deep emotions and connections.
Okay. That was the last question.
What'd you get?
I got a blue dragon.
A blue dragon! Yes! I love that for you.
What about you?
I got a green dragon.
Really?
I did.
I love it.
It says, you are meant to be with a harmonious and diplomatic green dragon. Like the green dragon, you excel in fostering cooperation and finding common ground. You're known for your ability to bring people together and build bridges between different perspectives. With your harmonious nature, you and your green dragon companion create a world of balance and understanding. Green dragons are known for their keen intellect. They descend from the Honorable Lloyd Sig line and are the most rational and reasonable type of dragon, making them the perfect siege weapons, especially in the case of clubtails. One should never back down from them. To approach one, lower your eyes and wait for their approval. Submission and patience are essential when approaching green dragons.
I love it.
You are the best suited for the wise and versatile blue dragon. Like the blue dragon, you possess a logical and adaptable mind. You're known for your ability to think on your feet and make quick decisions when it matters most. With your versatility, you and your blue dragon companion navigate the ever-changing landscapes of life, always finding a way to adapt and succeed. I love it.
I love that too. That was fun.
That is fun. So if you want to take this quiz and find out what type of dragon you have, you can click the link down below.
I miss old BuzzFeed quizzes like this.
It's so fun. We need to do stuff like this more. I thought it would be fun just because we're halfway through the book. We're
bonded,
8 episodes in. She's bonded. It's the right time.
Yeah, but please let us know if you take it, what dragon you get.
Are you having a blue, a green, an orange, a red, a gold? Apparently could have been an option.
Andarna. Or black,
Yeah.
like Taryn.
Yeah. Red. Did I say
Hey,
that? I don't even know. Brown.
we did say
Chartreuse.
I don't know if there's a chartreuse. Well, is there any listener lore?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
get into it. Listener lore. Which dragon would you want to bond with is the poll question.
I love it.
The options were golden dragon, black dragon, green dragon, or sorry, I'd panic and perish immediately.
I know who wrote the question. Out of those, I think I would want Andarna.
Yeah,
she couldn't
if
fly.
that was the option.
Yeah. What were the results?
The results were split 25% between all four, so we're even.
I'm glad because there's only one Andarna.
Yeah, very true. I'm pretty sure I'm the one who voted I'd panic and perish immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
positive.
definitely wrote it, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who voted that.
I love it. Please answer any poll questions we put down in the descriptions of the episodes, and go follow us and like on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter. Not Twitter. We don't have a Twitter. Twitter doesn't exist.
Not gonna have one.
No.
Nope.
On Instagram and TikTok, please, 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 we'd love to see you guys interact over there. We have a little bit.
We're
different
trying to
content.
get to 1,000 on TikTok so we can post our links in our bio. So please go give us a follow if you're watching. We would highly appreciate it.
Lizzie just wants to do live streams, so
That too.
That's
That
why.
would be so fun. That
That's
would be
why she
reading
wants-
sprints and whatever craziness we would get up to, which you never know what craziness Lizzie and I are going to get up to when we're together.
That is true. But please, next week we are covering chapters 21 and 22. So please read that if you are reading along. Otherwise, we enjoy spending this time with you. Please take the quiz and let us know what dragon you are. Until next week, I hope that your snacks are plentiful and your drinks are abundant. Until next time, we're booked and bonded. Bye.
Bye.